everyone. Welcome to our Spotswood Borough Council caucus meeting. Our engineer will be coming in, I guess, a few minutes late, and I'd like to just welcome you all tonight. It's a very big celebration. We have lots to celebrate here in Spotswood tonight. Along with other distinguished people here, I want to introduce Senator Linda Greenstein, who's our representative. She and her fellow legislator, Assemblyman Wayne D'Angelo, and Assemblyman Dan Benson. They're here tonight because they were able to obtain $2.5 million in grant money for us to renovate our huge lake down on DeVoe Avenue. So we are very grateful for them for that, and let's give them a round of applause. Oh, okay. So we're going to just read the notice. The notice requirements provided in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given in the new schedule of meetings of the Spotswood Borough Council on December 27, 2017. The new schedule was transmitted to the Home News Tribune and Sentinel. It was filed with the clerk of the Borough of Spotswood and posted in the municipal building located at 77 Summerhill Road, Spotswood, New Jersey.
Councilman Stolen?
Here.
Councilman Ritchie? Councilman Ritchie, you want to explain why he's not here?
Yeah, he's recovering from surgery. He asked me to congratulate the new officers. He's a retired police officer, and send his best to our legislators and express his thanks on his behalf.
Councilman Malillo?
Here.
Councilman Rivera?
Here.
Council President Rhodes?
Here.
Mayor Sealy?
Here.
This evening, we're going to swear in 3 new officers publicly, so I'll open the floor to Chief Zarrow.
Cheryl, we were going to swear you in, but you're on the list, though. You are.
Next round.
Police support. Good evening, everybody. For many years, as a police officer here in Spotswood, as a patrolman, and a sergeant, a lieutenant, and a captain, ultimately a chief, we've always been drifting in and out of Helmetta, the borough of Helmetta. Well, in my career here, my tenure, Helmetta is now contracted with us to do police services. That caused us to have to hire 3 officers to stack our shifts, so we had adequate coverage down there. So I'm happy to say that officially, we are in Helmetta as a police service, as a police officers, and that caused us to hire 3 officers. So we took out my gold pan, and I dipped it back into the waters of employment and found all kinds of stuff in there. Soda cans, tires, toilet seats. We just kept dipping that pan in. And I found a couple of gold nuggets through my selection process. So we sifted through it, and I saw something shiny, and I knew that this was the new officer for the police department. So police officers come to us in a bunch of different ways. This young man came to us as a dispatcher. So I know he didn't want to sit the desk, which we affectionately call the hole, because it's a very difficult place to work, and the desk is very stressful. When he sat, he did his dues in the hole at the desk, dispatching, as he found his way through the law enforcement training, which we call SLEO 1, SLEO 2, Special Law Enforcement Officer 1 and 2. So our first officer, who did his due diligence and paid his dues, is Robert Pacino. Come up, Robert. God bless me, has a full head of hair. Mine looks like a see what happens. Who's going to hold the Bible for you?
My fiance, mother-in-law.
Come on, bring her up.
Come on, boo-boo.
You notice Robert is a new daddy. He's a family man. It was one of the many attractions with us for him.
Okay. I, Robert Pacino,
I, Robert Pacino,
do solemnly swear that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and
to
allegiance
the same
to the same
and the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I will faithfully,
And I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and
and justice
perform all the duties
perform all duties
of the office
of the office of
of Spotswood Police Department
Spotswood Police Department
as full-time,
as full-time,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
All the best.
Okay, while you're
Congratulations.
some babies and shaking hands. Again, we dipped that gold pan into the waters, and we had another young man that actually interviewed with us twice from a long line of law enforcement family, which I'm sure they tried to do everything they could do to talk him out of being a law enforcement officer, but his heart is his heart. He wants to be a police officer. I've asked a lot from all these new officers in their FTO training, and I am proud to say that they're going to finish August 31st at 11 o'clock at night. So, I mean, they've been saturated with a lot of procedures. I know the next young man has done eons of reports where he's probably an English teacher right now. So next officer is Joseph Napoli. Brother?
I, Joseph Napoli,
I, Joseph Napoli,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and the governments established
and the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of
perform all the duties of the office of
full-time probationary police officer in the Spotswood Police Department.
full-time probationary officer in the Spotswood Police Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Joseph came to us by way of an alternate route program where
Congratulations, son.
he paid and funded his own way through the police academy. He's a full-time officer now, so. Stop shaking my hand every day, you should just sort of on a foot patrol. And we have our last gold nugget that we pulled out of the river. Good one, you're gonna love this one. Is a celebrity. He's the first person that's had a unique name that we've ever hired in law enforcement in Spotswood. And our next young man is seriously called River Ulrich. Come on. Not free, not street.
I, River Ulrich, do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of
perform all the duties of the office of
full-time probationary police officer
full-time probationary police officer
in the Spotswood Police,
in the Spotswood Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So
So help me God.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Before we conclude the swearing in, I'd just like to turn the mic over to the mayor and council for any comments they may have.
Well, I guess the chief, when he finally does retire, is going to pan for gold. But I will say, I welcome the 3 new officers to our force. I say it with probably bias, but I really don't mind. I believe we have the finest police force in the state of New Jersey. We're represented very well. I know these fine gentlemen will do a great job, and it's been an excellent merger with Halmetta and ourselves. Mayor Slavicek's in the audience today, excuse me. And I look forward to them serving our borough.
Jose?
One thing I gotta say is congratulations to the 3 officers. Wish you best as a retired law enforcement officer. Just be safe out there. That's all I gotta say.
John?
Yes, congratulations to the 3 officers. You're working for the best police department in the state of New Jersey. And one of the best, or not the greatest chief in New Jersey. That's a fact. And I wish you well. Stay safe. And take care of Spotswood.
And Helmetta.
Yeah,
It's an exciting evening as these young men start their new career, and we're happy that they're with us here in Spotswood. I always say individuals make a difference, and they certainly make a difference in a community our size. Even adding Helmetta into it, they will make a difference as individuals. We're known for our lake, but I guess maybe we'll be known for a river as well at some point. Congratulations.
And I want to echo that. I mentioned to the 3 officers who I met outside that my son was sworn in January and is a police officer. So I want to thank the families who raised such fine young men who are now joining our force. Thank you for your sacrifices. And it's, you know, it's hard to have someone in law enforcement just because of things that happen. So thank you for raising such fine men. Thank you for joining our force. Thank you, Chief, for getting those golden nuggets every single time. You've got a 100% track record for that. And thank you, Chris Slavicek and Ed Seeley, because without the 2 mayors working together to make this happen, it wouldn't have happened. So let's have a round of applause for them. And I'd like to ask the legislator, Linda and Dan and Wayne, if they would like to say something.
Do we need a mic or?
Come on up here.
Well, I just want to congratulate the 3 police officers and their families, and also the council and the mayor for the great job of helping find these young men, who I know will do a wonderful job. You can tell they're pretty impressive people. So again, we want to congratulate you on this great police force for the 2 towns.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I don't need a mic, I got a big mouth. Congratulations, gentlemen. Again, thank you, and most importantly, thank you to the family. You know, I have a brother that's in the state police, and I know the stress and, you know, and the angst that you get of having your brother or your husband or your son be in law enforcement. And, you know, the debt goes to you guys. Thank you for putting yourselves out there, for making sure that our lives are better and safer. And may God bless you guys and your family. Congratulations.
I want to congratulate also the 3 officers, thank their families again, and congratulate you as well. To the chief, again, great job, and it's wonderful. I think a testament to Spotswood for their police force and the dedication, not only to do the great job here, but also to help cover Helmetta as well, and making sure both communities are safe. And I think that's also a testament to the leadership here of the mayor and council. So we thank you for that foresight and leadership, and working so closely with your neighboring municipality, which I think is a model for the rest of the state. So
Great,
congratulations.
thank you. And last but not least, Mayor Slavacek, would you like to come up and make a few make a statement?
Say one thing. Thank you for making Palmetto a better place.
Forget that,
In a short
Palmetto.
amount of time, we've really gone from something so small to something immense because of all the gentlemen standing in this room.
Well, thank you, Chris. All right, I'm gonna offer you an escape route. Chief
We have bread
says
and water for you and yourself, come on.
this is your time to leave if you so desire. Thank you.
You want to call that sponsor?
I removed the.
They run out. larger projects and submit larger projects to them.
Yeah,
Well, and that was the rationalization from Bruce saying to go for a discretionary grant
Right.
with the light. If
Right.
they can get that, that would be a real home run.
yeah.
Because with everyone developing around us, it's really putting a
That's
squeeze.
going to be essential, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know we're waiting, we did submit, or other engineers in our company did submit for a discretionary grant for their towns as well, so we're still waiting to hear back from those towns as well. So I just don't think the DOT has gotten around to reviewing those and approving or
Do you have
denying.
an idea of when they may announce that?
I don't, off the top of my head, I don't.
Within a year, or
I mean, it's usually,
by the end of this year?
I would think by the end of this year. I think I would think that they would announce those before they announce what grant monies we would receive for the 2019 applications.
Well, these are only due in October.
Right.
So, yeah.
That still gives them another usually 3 or 4 months to review them and then.
Right. Okay.
Did you want to talk about the Goose Buster?
Sure. So I know last meeting we talked a little bit about the geese that were out by the lake and kind of coming on to DeVoe Avenue. So the Goose Buster is essentially a goose call that's put out through multiple bullhorns that you can attach to the top of utility poles, and it just mimics a warning cry for geese, for Canadian geese, that goes off about every 20 minutes or so. The calls differ, so it's not the same call that the geese hear, and we've actually installed this in South River near actually one of the rivers, one of the lakes, one of the parks that's there.
Yeah, with the gazebo, right? Down on the
Gazebo, yep.
Prospect?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Varga Park.
Uh-huh.
And it actually works out pretty well there.
Oh, nice.
So it's something that we could look into for the goose problem that we have now.
Okay, thank you for researching that for us. Okay. Pat?
Here we have resolutions on the consent agenda. Resolutions 2018-124, resolution of the borough declaring its official intent to reimburse expenditures for project costs from the proceeds of debt obligations of the borough with the participation in the MCIA County Guaranteed Capital Equipment and Improvement Revenue Bonds financing, adopting written compliance procedures pertaining to the tax-exempt obligations issued by or on behalf of the borough. Resolution 125, renewing of the interlocal service agreement with the MCIA for the purpose of yard waste recycling services. Resolution 126, extending custodial services for the municipal building with Vanguard Cleaning Service. 3 quotes were received, and Vanguard Cleaning Service was the lowest, most responsible quote in the amount of $1,169 per month. Resolution 127, renewal of emergency generator services under state contract A81474, no quotes needed. The agreement is with EMR Power Systems LLC for a total amount of $4,105 for several borough facilities for a period of 1 year. Resolution 128, amending shared service agreement with South Brunswick for the leasing of mobile data computer units and InfoCop license, adding 2 more MDC units from 7 to 9 commencing. It will end at December 31st, 2020. Resolution 129, payment of bills.
Need discussion from the council? Okay, we'll defer our reports to the next meeting. Can I have a motion to open to the public?
Motion to open to the public?
Second.
This portion of the meeting is confined to just those resolutions that were just stated. Is there anybody who would like to come up and make a comment on them or has a question?
Make a motion to close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to adjourn the caucus?
Grab the caucus.
All in favor?
Aye. Meeting adjourned, and we will start the regular meeting as soon as I get the A-OK.